Are we on, Drew?
It's always that nod. He's like, hit it.
I wasn't paying attention.
How are you?
Good. How are you, Jenny?
I'm good.
Good. It's so good to see you. Merry Christmas.
I know. It's almost, right?
Almost. Yep. It's December.
I know. It's crazy. I actually have a question for you speaking of that.
Yes.
I need you to kind of tell me what you guys do, because in our household, we had this discussion, and I think I'm right, of course.
I'll agree, probably.
And Travis thinks he's right. So when because, Coop is Jace's age.
Yeah.
So say that Coop needs a new glove, and say you're like, well, I'm going to make it a Christmas present because, you know. Would you let him go pick it out and see it before?
Yeah, we've done that. I'm sorry. Does that disagree with you?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
And then, yes, because I feel like, I'm like, well, why can't you just take it back if it's not the right thing and exchange it? But then they said because they're sold out by then and not the right thing, and then it's blah, 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 blah.
I know. You know what? It's so funny. We just bought, so Cooper's birthday is January 23rd, and we just, the bat on Black Friday was unbelievable that he wants. It was on sale, half price, and Cooper's like, can you just buy it for me? And for Jane, I'm like, I'm such a stickler with birthdays. I love them. They're my two favorite days of the year.
Birthdays too.
Yeah, it's like my kids being born are like the best days.
I like my
me.
birthday too.
You like your. I just had one last week, and it
know,
was
happy
fun.
belated.
But then, thank you. But
I mean, Mountain Dew and
donuts, cake.
Perfect.
That's all I ate. I did eat salad for dinner for you, Jenny. But anyway, my point is like when they wake up on their birthday, I want them to open something, and I'm like, Cooper, this is the first year though. Like if we buy it now, because he is practicing with it, I'm like, you won't have anything to open on your birthday. He's like, I don't care. He goes, I mean, the bat was good, but so yeah, I like the surprises, but yeah, I'm all about it.
So, okay, then that's fine. Fine.
Sorry.
So they went yesterday to Prime Sports.
Oh, yay. Hi, Rick.
And, hey, Rick.
Hey, shout out.
And they did purchase, Jace's glove, and he's a lefty.
Yeah.
So he got it, and they were breaking it in last night.
Yeah.
So then Jace says, I can't wait to use it Sunday at practice. And Travis was like, oh, no, we have to wrap it for Christmas. And I was like, why? What's the point at this point?
Because he already seen it. And
and so he's like, well, no, we do. So then I'm the opposite there. I'm like, it's a moot point. Who even cares? Just.
I agree with you there. I just let him have it. But I'm like, it comes out of your Christmas money. So is it a Christmas present?
Well, his birthday, wait for this.
Oh, wait a second. I know. It's 3 days after.
Yes.
We have kids on the same day.
Yes.
December 28th.
December 28th.
That's my scout's birthday, and I tried so hard to have a Christmas baby. It was 3 days late. So that's awesome. And I know everybody harasses December birthdays. I love it. I mean, I love Christmas so much, so I was really trying to have a baby on Christmas, but my doctor's, I was a scheduled C-section.
I was too.
You were?
And I chose that day because I wanted to have Christmas with Cade and then be able to have.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, he's your second, and then have that.
Because I was due January 1, so I said, let's go ahead and do the 28th so I could get the tax write-off for the whole year.
Oh my gosh, that's all Julie talked about with Scout. He kept asking, because Cooper's January, and then Scout's December, and he just kept asking my doctor, as long as it's before January 1st so I can get the money. I'm like, you be quiet.
Cade was January 26th. See, we're right.
Oh my gosh, we're soul sisters.
We are. We were always meant to meet each other. It's so awesome.
We have babies on the same day. Not the same exact day, but the same day. Not the same year, I'll say. He was 2007, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Isn't that fun? So, okay. So, yes, you have done that, so that's fine. And
that's fine.
We did.
I don't want the rest of Jenny.
No, I'm going to, if you agree with it, then I feel
so
like
I took Travis's side instead of yours. I'll switch it up.
Yes.
Jenny's right.
So.
I love it.
I know. And, but we do, I feel the same way with birthdays. They're super special. They always have. That's one thing Travis used to always say, why do we have to have a party every year for them?
No.
Why do we have to do this? We used to just, my mom would bake a cake and this. I was like, oh no. So every year until probably the last few, we did something special. I just feel like it's a special day. It's all about them.
It is. It is. Do you bake a cake? I buy mine.
I would buy them and we'd have a party and we'd do all kinds of things. I mean, I had, Anywho,
That's so
okay,
funny.
that was just something.
Because I don't like I buy the cakes. I do
Yeah, I
not
buy
bake
the cakes.
them. Oh, no. Yeah, you too.
I don't
Yeah, I
bake
mean,
them.
and they're better than if I were to make them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll talk baseball, but I would love
Okay.
to keep talking birthdays and Christmas. Those are
Yeah.
two of my favorite
So,
things. I guess
there you have
baseball
it.
can be a third.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Let's
what's
talk
up,
baseball.
Jenny?
What do you got for me?
Well, I was thinking, and we could talk about how baseball applies to life and some life lessons. So I
right.
did a little research. I'm sure, is it on your phone this time?
I just
Your
had
notes?
something I found, just something that
That's awesome.
I liked, and I thought,
You want to share it with us? Or
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I just found a little something that when I read this and we were talking about this topic, I was like, how fitting is this? So it said, being a great teammate goes so far beyond sports, it's ridiculous. The ability to communicate, strategize, adapt, dig in, empathize, lead, motivate, and pick someone else up translates to every area of life. If you're only going to do one thing right in sports, be an unselfish teammate. It will lead to you being an unselfish person in life.
Oh my! You have got to text that to me because I
Is it
love that.
perfect?
Where'd you find that?
Who knows? Probably at 3 a.m.
You
when I
probably
was, what's
wrote
on
it.
Mayberry's mind.
Yeah,
I
probably
found
wrote it. Yeah, you got to text that to me. That's
will.
amazing. I think obviously sports teach us a lot, but I think the working together part's probably my favorite because you have to learn to work with others. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
Yeah, and you have to learn to. I think so many. What's a lost art in this world is so many people. Sometimes in sports, and we've had a show topic on this, just not being happy for others, and if you can raise your kids to just put their own successes aside to cheer on others and make sure others feel good about theirs, you're doing something
It is.
really
And,
special.
I know we've talked a little bit about some of this stuff before,
Yeah.
touched on it because we usually go off topic. And
I
so
know.
it just kind of, it is. But it's so true that lessons that you learn lead to different things. Sometimes being disappointed because in every game there's a winner, there's a loser. I mean, I obviously tie games, whatever. But,
Yeah.
there are times and so learning to, at times you're going to be disappointed. Things are not always going to go your way. You're not always going to get that promotion at work, or some relationships just don't work out. Sometimes, friendships don't, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And learning to deal with being disappointed or things not going the way you plan, no matter how hard you work, because sometimes that's just the way it goes, is going to happen. Sometimes things happen that you never see. And that's the thing. You can play on a team and you can have certain things, and it's just not going to happen the way you thought. And being able to learn to respond a certain way is going to serve you well throughout your entire life. And I think that's important. I think that we talked about this maybe earlier in the year. Reed had some tough lessons to learn this year. And I think for me, it was harder on me. It was lessons for me.
Yeah.
And it was kind of nice to see him respond, and he did so with grace, and I was super proud of him. It was probably a little bit harder on me, but look at it. Here it is. As a mom, that's what happens, right? I mean, it's talking about life. So sports had to teach me that happens. I had to learn this year that, losing some friends that were people that we played with on a team for years and years and years, and I truly believed were
some of your best friends.
Some of my best friends. And I realized that when Travis no longer coached them, that they were truly not really ever our friends at all. And
Jenny.
you have to learn those lessons, and that's hard. And that's part of the things you learn with sports and lessons that you learn in life that I just had to deal with it. And is it hard? Sure.
Yeah.
But will it better prepare me for next time? Yes. Will I, learn from that? Yes. I think that you just have to kind of learn. And I think that, what I took away from it, from the beginning, I think that was I hurt? Was I a little angry? Yes.
Yeah.
Could I have walked away from that and been like, well, I just won't trust anybody. And
Yeah, you
I
could've,
won't, I'm going to this, that. We had someone look Travis in the eye and handshake and tell him something. And I will tell you that your handshake should mean something. Like, I come from
Absolutely.
where when you look a person in their eye and shake their hand,
Yeah.
that should mean something.
Heck yeah, it should.
And where I come from, it does.
Yeah.
And when you do that and it doesn't, man, that can taint you. And you can look at someone and be like, is this what people are? But what I learned is that says everything about that person or those people. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with Travis. And that has nothing to do with my family. We are still the same people we were. What it says is we are exactly who we were.
Yes. And
shame on you. We are going to continue. I'm not going to not trust people because of that.
Right.
I'm going to be who I am. I am going to continue to be that person who still is the giver, is the person who likes to make friends, is the person who, likes to make new friends and do that. And I'm not going to change that just because of who they were. And
absolutely.
It was a lesson learned. And I'm going to still be me. And I'm going to teach my kids to still be them. And it was a tough one. And 2024 has been rough. But I've learned valuable lessons this year. I'm not sad to see 2024 go. I'm going to be really honest with you.
Yeah.
But I am proud of the fact that I feel like I've learned that I am pretty darn strong.
Yeah, you are, Jenny.
And I'm a good friend.
Yeah, you are.
And I am a darn good mom.
Yes, you are.
So,
and you write it down.
And I will ride at dawn. So,
you do.
Yeah, those are the things that for me, like when I look back and think about lessons that I've learned from baseball through the years, that there are some tough lessons and there have been some great ones. And you do carry them on, and our kids are going to learn a whole lot more of these, and that will serve them well in years to come from here on out.
Absolutely. And you know what? Your kids probably watch how you handle adversity, and they learn from their strong mom too. So you can at least put your head on the pillow at night. And I tell my kids this, like, if you know that you've done the best you can, and if you've even if you come across unreasonable people, if you know that you're handling things with grace and kindness, and you know that you're doing the best you can in that area, then you're not going to be the one that has to worry about sleeping at night.
Correct.
So you're one of those people. You're doing fine. You're doing a great job, Jenny.
Thanks.
And you're welcome. And I agree. And I also think, like I said, your kids watching how you handle things. Obviously, parenting is you kind of have to walk the walk if you're going to learn these things in baseball. But I did a little bit of researching the other day, and I think there's 6 points, Jenny, and I think you're going to agree with all of them. Yeah. Work ethic. It says, you've heard this. I'm sure you've heard this. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
Absolutely.
If one learns to apply the work ethic of baseball to their daily routine, a better future will follow. If you attack the day with the same gusto and desire that you play with on the diamond, you'll end up getting more rest, eating healthier, living a better overall lifestyle. It also says, I kind of like this last part here. It says, push your body to the limits, both physically and mentally, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. And of course, this can go with any sport too, not just baseball. But I love that if you want to be accomplished in something, you can't sit on your hiney.
It's
you
so
gotta
true.
Work. You got to work. And that's the same thing with, I always sometimes apply this to my kid's future. Like, I kind of have an idea of what Cooper wants to do. I don't know what Scout wants to do. She's all over the place with that stuff. But you really learn so much in sports, that how you can deal with life and later on as an adult.
Yes.
I think that's just, sports are so, I think, unique in that aspect as a term, as compared to other activities or, things clubs at school or stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. another part, what we just talked about, overcoming adversity. It says the elite are the ones who don't allow adversity to get them down, but rather turn it into motivation to be better. And I love this, Jenny, because we might have touched on this on one of our shows, but I don't know, maybe we haven't. Have we talked about body language and sports? I mean, it says this is huge. When one learns to control their emotions and conquer their negative body image or language, stressful and high pressure situations will be a cakewalk.
And this
That's
has
maturity.
been huge for Reed because unfortunately, and I do think he comes honestly by it from me. I cannot hide this a lot of times.
Yeah. That's good. I appreciate people like that.
But the thing is, for me, I don't play sports. So if I want to all day long I can.
Especially in your line of work.
Woo.
That's awesome.
So, but unfortunately for Reed, this has been a challenge for him. And we have explained to him through the years, yes, my boys are very different in this. His body language, his facial expressions, and his mumbling for a long time has been a problem.
Really?
And yes.
Oh,
and we've explained to him.
Reed.
Yes.
He's a doll, by the way.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
He looks just like me. Thanks.
He does. I think Chase looks like you too.
But I always say, that for the longest time, Travis did coach him, and we explained, you will not always have him coaching you.
Right.
And
so that's
and
hard.
not that Travis never, because Travis has kicked him out of games, has kicked him out of the has, but we've explained that you cannot, this or we don't know why. I mean, part of it is he is very passionate, and part of that is going to serve him well somewhere.
Absolutely.
But Lordy Almighty, on the baseball field for a long time, we're like, this is the year. Okay, this is the year that he outgrows it. And but it was always something, and some of it.
He's still young.
But this year, we always say things happen for a reason, and this was things happened the way they were supposed to happen.
Sure.
And some things are a blessing in disguise. And he has a coach that I truly believes in him. Aww. Whatever the connection is, it is great. And we watched him excel this fall. And we have not seen one episode of body language or none of it. And he is pushing himself to the limits, and it has been
Jenny,
amazing to watch. So I do agree that can be,
and
but it says a lot, but he is there. And I think it's the right person believing in you and pulling it out of you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Sometimes it takes the right coach, and nothing against Travis, because I mean,
correct.
I've been there too with Coop and Drew in their early years. It was like this all the time. I mean, he would bench Cooper. He would never bench anybody else for maybe doing the same things, but he benched Cooper, and it's a learning curve there. And then all it takes sometimes, and we've talked, I mean, it just takes the right coach to motivate you, and maturity. I mean, he's still grow. I mean, I have a girl the same age. I mean, I always just have to remind myself, okay, she's just 14, but anyway, to go off on the tangent with like Drew and I know you guys too, Drew and I really put a premium on coaching. I mean, I really think having a great coach is more important than the talent on the team. And those coaches bring that belief out in athletes, and they can mature them if the athlete knows that they are believed in.
Yes.
And
I think it can make or break. And I think
Absolutely.
that they need to be very cautious of the things they say, because those kids are listening to what they are telling them. And that was the one thing that I did appreciate and love about Travis, is he truly did it because he loved the kids. And it was about making them better people and loving the game. And yes, the winning was great, but it was more about those. I do not believe in a coach talking trash about other players, about kids, and about, especially in an organization, any of that. And that is
You've
just,
seen some of that.
I have, and it is absolutely heartbreaking to me
Yeah.
that somebody would call themselves a youth development and to do that. And that is sad. It's unacceptable. There are kids listening, and your role should be to encourage and create good people.
Yeah.
And not
Be a role model.
to have kids think they are better than anybody else, or to say you do not know what someone will be at 14. And
No, you don't.
there's no need for that.
No.
So
There's no room for that at
No.
all. No, I agree.
and that's a whole nother show, and I'm not going to
Yeah,
go
but you
off
know what?
on
You're
that.
coming off. I'm writing things down. This would be a good show. We don't need to say it out loud, but what's it like to be?
Yes.
that? Yeah. We're Jenny.
Feeling
All right,
ya.
we're doing it, girl. Okay, humility. Learn to win with class and lose with dignity. Be humble, respect others, and never stop improving. You know, so that humility can bring on. Oh wait, there's more.
But wait,
Hold
there's more.
on. Never be afraid to ask others for help. I like that because it does show humility, you know, and humbleness, and that's a nearly. I think being humble is a great quality. That
Yes.
sometimes lacks in sports too, but anyway, resilience. Baseball teaches all to be flexible and persistent. You learn to know your strengths and play with them. You also learn your weaknesses and how to work on them. So make a mistake, learn from it, turning your failures into lessons and persevering through trials and tribulations, which is kind of what we were already talking about.
Correct.
Resilience is very important. Yeah. Yeah, even when you get older and you're an adult. It's not that, So one more. This one says, keep your eye on the ball. And at first I was like, is this just baseball related? But then it says, setting and achieving goals is the most rewarding part of baseball in life. So set your priorities and manage your time efficiently so you can achieve all the goals you set for yourself. And then it just says at the bottom here, bonus, there's no crying in baseball. Have fun. After all, baseball is just a game. And while life isn't necessarily a game, you still need to learn to have fun and enjoy the process. So
Absolutely.
that's all I got, Jen.
I love it.
I liked all that because I kind of was looking on different websites and I couldn't tell you what website this is. I wish I could. I guess I didn't write that down, but I was looking on all that, and I maybe it's just because we're baseball moms. I know other sports can teach all those things, but I feel like baseball is since it's so prevalent with failure, you really have to learn the adversity part. And real quick not real quick, I'm sorry, but maybe to be more successful at it, you have to learn how to handle it,
And I think that people, I know if people don't like baseball or they say it's boring, it's because they really don't understand it and they don't know anything about it. I will say that it is one of the sports that takes so much IQ and mental power to truly understand it. And it's not just about the physical part of it, though you have to have parts of that. There's so much to it. And
yes,
there's so much more failure to it. I really look at people that are successful, and you have to appreciate the fact of how incredible it is.
Absolutely. Wait, are you talking about baseball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Life and
life
also,
too.
but yes.
It's like every time you
baseball.
see a successful person, hey, were you a baseball player? You learn how to deal with overcoming adversity. No, but yes, absolutely true. I know for a fact, Jenny, I just know how I was when I was younger and as an athlete. I don't know if I could have played it. I was way too hard on myself, and I didn't have – I couldn't play something that I failed more at. I didn't like any sport I wasn't good at. So, I mean –
that's me too. And I wouldn't
waste
have had
my
a
time.
hard time.
Yeah.
I like to win. I'm very competitive.
Yes.
I want to be the best. I always want to be right. That's why I did not appreciate you taking Travis's side on that. But
I'm so sorry. I believe your side.
Thank you.
Lauren believes it. Lauren, Drew's with me.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he ruins all your surprise. Drew, come on. You know what? We're quitting this show.
It's so funny.
Get off.
And so something as we wrap this up, I
let's wrap
was
it
thinking
up.
about this, that because 2024 is coming to a close, and it's so easy to get caught up on the hard things, like you said, the failures, this, that. So I just want to take a second because I could totally get hung up on the things this year that were hard or stressful. Yeah. I want to kind of end the year and think about all the positive things and the things that I'm thankful for. I obviously super thankful for the show, and that is for real. Like I love, this is a positive thing in my life that I appreciate. Aww. I am thankful for, Lauren and Drew, getting to meet them. I'm thankful for Brian for letting us do this. Thankful for Dave and Dave. Thankful for Prime Sports, all that. But I have to be totally honest. I am so thankful that I get to do this with you. I'm thankful that it brought us together. Like I honestly look forward to it. And I feel like I love that randomly when I think of something, I text you and that we're kind of on the same page. It's really like you 100%. Seriously have brought a bright side into my life. So I just want to say that this has been the best thing. So So thank you. And to all of you that do watch, and even if it's not all the time or you catch a show, thank you for doing that. It means a lot to us that we get to have fun and talk about what we love. Baseball, our kids, the people that we've met through baseball, and I hope you have enjoyed it and that you will stick with us in 2025. We hope to bring more fun stuff, and we look forward to hearing things you want to hear about, and hope to see more of you. So have a great Christmas and see you next year.
Merry Christmas. Way to go, Jen.
Hopefully.
Oh, we still on.